Welcome to the Mick Bazzuly Show, brought to you by RP Summit, putting money in businesses' pockets for 20 years. Visit rpsummit.com. Now, here's Mick.
10:05 on a Sweet Talk Tuesday here in beautiful Boca Raton at the Boca Raton Studios. A lovely day outside here in South Florida. I hope you're not getting killed up in the north and northeast with the cold weather. Chicago, good friend Cindy up in Chicago. Give her a quick shout out. You know, Fort Lauderdale's a real tourist trap, a great town. I mean, we got some fantastic, about 4 million people visit us annually here just in Broward County. And we have many restaurants throughout. The good fishing, the water sports. It brings everybody here to Fort Lauderdale. Eventually, everybody comes down. Our pristine beaches. They're good people. And like I said, great fishing and water sports. We got the beaches year-round. Fantastic place to go ahead and hang your hat for a while if you're in the area. Now, there are a lot of restaurants around. And some of them are very good. But when you get 4 stars in the Sun Sentinel, which is like unprecedented, 4 stars for an Italian restaurant. You don't hear that anywhere. I mean, it's just perfect. Everything from the service to the food to the quality to the presentation, you got to take notice. And I took notice. And somebody who's going to join us today, we have 2 very good people. One guy is accustomed to having stars because he had 2 of them as a major general in the United States Army. Bill Mercurio, welcome to the show, General.
Thank you, Mick.
Okay, and his executive chef, who's cooked all over the world. He's been with Bill for a long time. They're celebrating their 1st year anniversary. Chef Carlo, and welcome to the show to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
You know, Bill, you had your great successes with Frankie and Johnny's, and then you were subsequently bought out. I mean, it was a landmark. And now you took a sabbatical. You decided to get back into the business. What brought you back into it, General?
I think I had a
revelation?
A revelation one night. A friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, John Albanese,
sure.
Wanted to get back into the business. So we looked around town and we finally decided on the location that we're at now. And just unfortunately, about a month and a half into the build out or the renovation, he took ill, and I lost my guy that was going to head up everything,
and now you're afraid again. I know,
but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is, and you're very good at it. I guess you used the same expertise when you were a major general as you do running the place.
I don't know about that. It's a little different.
You got a promotion instead of 2 stars. Now you get 4. Okay, and like I said. The place is taking hold. You're into it now 1 year. In fact, this is your 1st year anniversary,
right?
Which is, it's quite a milestone when you consider how many restaurants fail within the first 90 days. But it's a place that's taken hold. You've come up with some terrific dishes, the preparation. And, Chef, I was in the kitchen last week. Bill was gracious enough to let me in there. And what looks to me sometimes is complete madness. You got a complete control on that, don't you?
Yeah, we try to do the best, and because we want to make a good food for people. We want people to feel comfortable when they go to the place, and we want people to have a nice food on the table, a tasty food, and that's all about it.
You make everything fresh. In fact, your clams and mussels are not, the regular clams and mussels. You get yours from Rhode Island and from New York. I've shipped every day.
Yeah, we have good suppliers, and we got everything fresh. Nothing is frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is made by order, and and like I say, we try to do the best over there, and people, they're happy there when they try the food, and they always send a compliment to the chef.
Yeah,
and we are there for that. We want to make just people happy.
And your calamari, it's a great point there. Most of it, calamari is bought from China. Yours doesn't come from there.
Yeah, you're right. Most of the places they use a frozen calamari. That means like we use a fresh calamari. So we pay double price.
Mm-hmm.
But my boss he don't mind to pay double price because, like I say, we want to make people happy there.
You're a stickler on that. I know that from from your other restaurant and this one. And then Friday night I was in there, and if you want to make a reservation, I would suggest it because Friday I had good friends in town, and I couldn't even get over to say hello to them. Okay, it's 754-265-7116. You can also do it on their website, CocoPazzoFortLauderdale.com, or go to what is it, Round Table?
Open
Table, yeah. But you're better off with the website, which is Coco Pazzo, which means crazy chef.
Yeah. You're
Loosely
right.
translated.
You're right.
CocoPazzoFortLauderdale.com, or simply give a call to 754-265-7116. You also have entertainment, which you've scoured around. You got a great ensemble there. What is it, Howard Baker Trio?
Howard Baker Trio. Yeah, Howard's been around Fort Lauderdale for quite a while. And then I guess the last 4 or 5 years he's been out in Las Vegas.
Right.
And I guess he got homesick for Fort Lauderdale, came back, we started talking, and I think starting in the end of January, he's been there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He's on the drums. We
Right.
got Montana on the piano. We have 2 or 3 different vocalists.
Right.
And actually 3 or 4 female vocalists, and then Uncle George,
Doing
my
his Sinatra.
crooner.
He's doing great. You had Liz Sharp the other day, who came in, and you had Chris Janes. These are very known, well-known singers, female singers around town. You've had others. I thought I saw Susie Howard there the other night singing.
Yep.
And these are well-known people. And you just get, people join in. I mean, it's really a festive atmosphere, and it's not the type of music where you have to pick the veal scallopini up off the wall when they blow it out. I mean, it's just, it's enjoyable. It's a great show. Your happy hour starts at what time?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. You got
Monday through Friday.
Right. You got a special bar menu?
Yeah, we have a good, we call it tapas, and we have like zucchini flowers. We have,
those are the
we have
die for.
fresh calamari. We have roasted artichokes.
And they're all for $6.
Yeah,
You have bruschetta on the menu?
we have bruschetta on the menu.
The meatball.
The meatball,
Meatballs.
yeah, the meatball is terrific with the salad on the side, the scoop of ricotta, and the hot and sweet peppers you serve
Yes.
it with, yeah. And that's at the bar for $6. Half off all drinks, they run about $5. And if you don't come early, you're not going to get in, and you're not going to get a seat at the bar. That's obvious, especially on weekends.
Yeah.
Special events, weddings. You had a big 50th anniversary. I can't even picture that. I mean, 50 years with somebody is just too much for me to fathom. And, it was packed. On birthdays, you also, if they know in advance, the general sees fit that the cake is on him, the dessert, which nobody does that around town. I mean, you got so many different innovations over there. That it just makes everybody feel welcome. Your bartenders, Mindy and Nikki, terrific. And the girl who works there.
And Carrie.
And Carrie, okay. Right. Okay, I met her once, but they make sure your drinks are always full, and they just introduce you around. I mean, you got people from all over coming into this restaurant.
Right.
The funny thing is, and we talked about that last week, that people will come within 3 to 5 miles. But I've found people in your place from Boca, from North Miami, from even out of the country. I mean, the guy who owns the biggest catering house, Kelly, big Mr. Kelly, who, El Carib is a landmark in Brooklyn. He was
2,000 seat
2,000
catering place.
Isn't that amazing?
In Brooklyn, yeah.
Right. And whenever people come into town, you can judge a restaurant by what people who own restaurants in the area, like the Blue Moon or some of the others, where they go on their night off for dinner. And that's another thing I noticed with your place. You get a lot of people, and you've been around town for a long time, Bill, so you know everybody, and they all drop in to see you. Now, the preparation, Carl, when you prep, I notice you're there, you open at 4 o'clock, and you're there sometimes at 9 o'clock in the morning. What is it, for deliveries or just getting everything ready?
Yeah, we try to have everything ready, so by the time we open the door for customers, we have everything ready, so we start to prep early. So to make sure everything is fresh. Like I say, we do like daily preparation to have everything ready.
Right. And you get deliveries on a daily basis, too, because of the freshness.
Yeah, we got delivery every day. We can order every day, so everything comes fresh, like I say. And so we have to give it the best to the customers.
Right. And your presentation is part of the part of the deal. Not only is the flavor, but the presentation, the timeliness, things like that. Your wait staff, okay, all professionals. They know the menu in and out. They're able to explain to everybody. Was that your doing, or years of experience behind the kitchen?
Yeah, we have good staff over there, and they know how to treat people.
Mm-hmm.
They like to make people to feel comfortable, and and my helpers on the back in the kitchen, they know what they're doing, and of course they had to follow my rules, and I like to put a good food on the table.
Right. And Bill, you've had your hand in the restaurant business for years. I'd imagine in a lot of ways the delegation, as you were a general. I mean, do you play off that a little bit, because you've been successful for somebody who's been in the business?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't do everything. So the kitchen belongs to Carlo.
Mm-hmm.
That's his kitchen. He runs it the way he does. He does ordering. We work together on the menu, but that's his kitchen. And then, I have a dining room manager and a bar manager, just like I guess most places do.
Your musical talent, you go around, you've looked around. You've traveled extensively, not only in the United States, but it seems you brought back ideas that you found from abroad. I know you've traveled the world many, many times. You still do. Do you ever go into a restaurant and say, I'm going to take this back to Fort Lauderdale?
Oh, sure. Oh, absolutely.
That's the
you
uniqueness.
find something that works, or even something in the Saturday Wall Street Journal in the travel section there. You see something that works in a great place in New York City. Why not try it?
Yeah, and it reflects in your menu. Now, the Sun Sentinel is very stingy when it comes out to giving solid ratings. Your prices, they said, were moderate. Most Italian restaurants that you go to, they'll slam dunk you at the door. I know a couple where they assign you a banker when you walk in to help negotiate the pay. I'm not to mention any names. You know who you are out there. But you are moderate. I don't know any fine Italian restaurant. This is not a glorified pizzeria by any means. All right, so I don't think you're going to come in there and you're going to order a salami sandwich. It's just not the way it works. You've gone ahead and you've kept the prices moderate, and you brought something up that. The fish is so expensive nowadays. You've actually had to sidestep some of them on the menu.
The sea bass got so expensive, it just doesn't, you just can't offer it at a reasonable price.
And so somebody wanted to order like a Chilean sea bass, which I see on menus some places for 50, 60 and up. You would just rather pass on that. And you would make it on a special occasion.
Yeah, we try to, like I say, we try to bring the best quality to the restaurant. So we have in the menu a snapper. We have also a branzino. That's a good fish. And the prices, they are the decent prices, and because we use, like I say, fresh. Our food is never being frozen. So that's why our prices is like decent.
Yeah, very decent, in fact. I mean, to say moderate, I've seen expensive and very expensive in some places, and they don't have 4 stars. They don't have... The place works. I mean, it's like a fine-tooth comb. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about that. We're going to go to break right now. I'll be back in about 2 minutes with Bill Mercurio, Chef Carlo from Coco Pazzo. Don't go away. A lot going on. Reservations again, 754-265-7116. Don't get shut out. We'll be right back at you. Attention, doctors, car lots. I don't care what type of business you're in. Let's face it, you all need traffic. And nobody drives traffic, and I'm talking about traffic that brings you dollars, than RP Summit and rpsummit.com. Yep, they're here now in South Florida. They've taken over the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia. Everybody knows who RP Summit is, because RP Summit drives you traffic. Let's face it, if you give me $1 on a Monday, and I give you back $4 on a Wednesday, the only thing you should be thinking about is giving me more dollars. Well, that's what RP Summit does. They are the best in the business at driving real traffic to your website or to your business. Because let's face it, it's all about getting bodies, getting people to find you. What good is having a website if nobody knows where you are? Let's face it. I mean, what are they just going to pull it out of the air? Of course not. Well, RP Summit's been driving people to businesses now for over 20 years and successful. And the fact is, once you hire them, you're never going to fire them. I suggest you look at rpsummit.com or give them a call for a free consultation at 856-424-7222. That's rpsummit.com. They will drive traffic like you've never seen before. And believe me, once you get them, you'll never get rid of them. You'll say, why didn't I do this before? It's simple. You didn't know about them, but now you do, so there's no excuse. Pick up a phone, 856-424-7222. rpsummit.com, the best in the business. Coco Pazzo, for the finest Italian food this side of Italy. Go to Coco Pazzo on East Commercial Boulevard, 2724 East Commercial Boulevard. Happy hour daily, 5 till 7 o'clock, 4 till 7 during the week. Can't beat it. A bar menu second to none. Fried calamari, meatballs, eggplant rollatini, and fresh mozzarella. Chef Carlo will set you up perfectly at Coco Pazzo. 4 stars in the Sun Sentinel. Unprecedented. 4 stars. Voted the best new restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, Coco Pazzo. Stop in, say hello, stiff drinks. Best happy hour in Fort Lauderdale is at Coco Pazzo. The best mozzarella, all made fresh, cooked to order. Music Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights at Coco Pazzo. Come early, the band starts early. Forget about it. The best Italian food around, Coco Pazzo. Reservations 754-265-7116. .22 back on the air here in Boca Raton with the General and Chef Carlo. You know, Chef, a lot of dishes, you have other dishes besides just Italian. You have the rack of lamb. How do you prepare that? That seems to be a big seller.
Rack of lamb, we use salt and pepper. We crust it with breadcrumbs, seasoned breadcrumbs, and then we bake it, and we serve it off the bone. It's really good, and we also serve it with a classic demi-glace sauce.
Right.
It's really, really good. And
your veal dishes, you have different types. You have a veal chop. You have different veal dishes.
Yeah, we have a veal chop. That is a center cut veal chop. Is really, really good. Also, we had the veal scallopini marsala. It's an amazing dish. We have franchise. We can make piccata. And we can make any way the customer want.
Right. So certain people have different tastes.
Yes.
If they request something from you, you're willing to work with them.
Also, we had the classic chicken parmigiana. We have pasta dishes. And
your pasta is all fresh from Mrs. Pasta.
Yes.
Okay, it's not Ronzoni. It's
no,
not
we have fresh pasta.
And you roll your own ravioli? Do you make your own homemade ravioli? Or
we get it from the Miss Pasta.
Miss Pasta. Yeah, they are the best. That's
they
for
have
sure.
They have a good raviolis. We have raviolis in the menu. A pear ravioli with the walnuts on top, and we make like a creamy sauce. It's really, really delicious.
And if you like zucchini flowers, this is the best zucchini flowers I ever had. Was it your place?
Yeah, we have the zucchini flower. We stuff them with ricotta cheese, Parmesan cheese, basil, and salt, pepper, and we put some sun-dried tomatoes.
What is your signature dish? Every great chef has a signature dish. You must have at least one or two.
I got a lot of dishes on my own Instagram page, and maybe we can tell people how to look at it in the Instagram. But in Coco Pazzo, most of the dishes, my boss and myself, we talk about it, and then we put it in the menu. But like I say, we have a lot of choices in the menu. Pasta, we have chicken, we have a veal, we have a lot of fish. And one of the simple dishes, but it's really good and is the best seller, is the chicken livers.
Not too many places do that. Because if they're not done properly, they're just unedible, in my opinion. But I know people that go travel, 10 miles to get that dish. They really...
Yeah, this is our signature dish because we made it with onions and hot peppers we use mushrooms, and we use some demi-glace sauce.
Right,
It's
right.
really, really good.
Right, and if you call in advance, I guess you're willing to work with just about anybody. And, you get big parties that come in there, tabletops of 16, 20, special events. Like I said, you had a couple of birthdays the other day. You had a 50th anniversary. They had a large table. So it's good that they make reservations ahead of time so you can prepare accordingly.
Yeah, you can make a reservation, especially in the weekends, like you said before.
Yeah.
And you have a special event we can take care. It's not a problem. We always take care of people like big parties there, like 15 people, 20 people, and we have no problem because we ready. We prep enough every day for a lot of people.
Right, right. And again, General, you travel a lot, and I know it because you're either in town, you're out of town, so on and so forth. You're also involved in quite a bit of charity work, stuff for the vets. You have Connected Warriors. You can go to connectedwarriors.com and take a look at that site where you'll be doing an event in, I guess, September on the Intrepid, and then over in California, you'll be on the Midway.
Right.
Okay, two big events that perhaps local businesses might want to come on or even contact the General as far as donations and things of that nature. They go to a worthy cause with Connected Warriors, of course. And you've been pretty active with that.
Yeah, the Connected Warriors, just to correct you, it's connectedwarriors.org.
Beg your pardon.
And it'll give you a nice rundown of what it does. And what this charity provides is trauma-conscious therapeutic yoga for active and retired veterans. They offer classes now in 29 states and 9 countries. And I'm not a yoga person, but it really works.
Yeah.
And they do an excellent job, and you should take a look at their website. And if you
well, we're going to get some of our friends up north once you get closer to the date. Sid Rosenberg and Bernie McGurk, of course, up in New York, killing it now with the Imus show. They just took it over. I know that they're very active also up there, so we'll hook you up along those lines. Hopefully they'll come down here again. Sid's he visits. He lived here where we worked together back in the day. He's a great guy, and I know he gets behind veterans' causes and things like that, as does Bernie. So I'm looking forward to talking to him about this. What do you got planned this week? You're going to be going and actually have entertainment on Wednesday nights coming in May.
yeah.
Right, a very good singer who's also been in Vegas. He's out of Wilton Manors. He'll be singing at your place on Wednesdays.
Right.
I guess Howard's going to be working a little overtime this coming May.
That's okay. He can afford it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Especially working for you, Bill. You've done a great job at the restaurant. What do you expect in your second year? Your first year's been a success. What do you think? You're in Around Town magazine. You really didn't do any advertising whatsoever. I mean, it's just the great write-ups.
We did some local advertising.
Right.
Coleridge Estates magazine, the Landings magazine,
now you're in Around Town with our good friend Rick and Ellen.
And of course, all the social media sites. We're in Facebook and all the others.
Right. And this broadcast will be available in its entirety on YouTube under the Mick Bazzuly Show. You can see that along with my other broadcast. So if you happen to be in the area this coming weekend, it's 754-265-7116. That's 754-265-7116. Great happy hours, probably one of the best happy hours on a Friday that you're going to find anywhere. I suggest get there when the doors open, or else you won't find a seat. And then the music starts early at 6:30.
6:30 on Friday.
That's another thing. The music starts early. So if you come for a happy hour, you're still going to be able to enjoy the half prices, the $5 drinks on some or many of the items, the $6 appetizers at the bar. One of the few bars I've ever been in where I see everybody eating. I mean, every seat full, everybody eating, they're knee-deep. It's just a great place. Okay, Coco Pazzo, 2724. You can't miss it. It's 2724 East Commercial, a block west of Bayview on the south side of the road, just east of Federal Highway. We're going to wrap it up. I want to thank you, Bill, for coming on. General, it's always a pleasure. I'll see you this weekend for sure. We'll be down there. Chef Carlo, going to be a lot of people finding you now. And I tell you what, it's a weekend. I've never seen a place that crowded. I mean, reservations, get in there. You're going to enjoy yourself. It's going to be a knockout time. Enjoy the music. Enjoy everybody there. I want to thank Joe behind the glass, Freddie Santori, Duff Lindsay, our producer. So many great people here at Beasley Network have been with me for longer than I had hair when I started here. But I tell you, it's a great place to be, a great place to work. Bill, again, thank you. We're going to get behind you.
Mick.
We're going to get behind your charity for the veterans of this fine country that we live in. Chef Carlo, great to have you on, okay? God bless you all. We'll catch up with you next time. This is the Mixter saying, sign off. Coco Pazzo Tuesday. Sweet Tarts coming to town, too. Okay, you want to see that show? That'll knock you out. Catch up with you next time. God bless you.
Thanks for listening to the Mick Bazzuly Show, brought to you by RP Summit, putting money in businesses' pockets for 20 years.